I do apologize for that. Gee whiz. Let's try this again. Yeah, I don't have the information up. Alright, well, I am very sorry about that, for that little technical difficulties. I just was trying to make sure I had no copyrighted music, and let alone make sure I had car sound. Anyway, though, I don't know how much time we had left. I think it said we're at 2.5 minutes left. Everyone's still on the top of the table with a 136.6. Lunacy has just improved as well with a 36.9. He's the second driver into the 1 minute 36 range. Prezzo is on a flying lap at the moment. Let's see what he does as it comes down towards turn 11, the hairpin of turn 11, coming to the end of the middle sector. Okay, so the checker flag is out, so that's why the final lap has been indicated. Is he up? No, he is not. He is down by 0.3, as there's quite a bit of traffic as well that Jack is following just in front of him, as he's about to end his flying lap. Boda does a 37.4, Lane did a 37 flat, curving 37.5, BK 37.3, Siri 37.5. Jack doesn't improve on his lap, and that is the checker flag, I believe, for everyone's lap. Well, for most everyone's lap, I think. Never mind that. Jambo right now is doing his final run. Ribbon crosses the line. He does not improve on his lap, but he will maintain pole position from what it looks like to me. So, Ribbon on pole position as Jambo nearly got sideways there. Yep, beating out Lunacy there, I think by 0.3 of a second. Jambo does not improve on his lap. And yep, qualifying done and dusted. Hello, Bendix, I think that is your name? Oh, you like this? Yeah. That's alright, you'll get more opportunities coming this season as well. Okay, this is interesting. Oh, there you go. Well, at least it shows me more of the qualifying order. So yeah, that gives me... So yeah, you got Ribbon will start on pole, followed by Lunacy, Lane, Prezzo, Jack, BK, Baldot, Curving, Tex. And then following that, Stingray, Dynamite, Tim, Jammo, Roscoe Arm, Staff Turbo, and Camaro Kid. We'll round off the rest of the table. Alright, so now we just gotta wait and get going. Yeah, this is a bit different. Yeah, I know. Usually after qualifying, when we did sport, it would go straight into the race. Yeah, no, this is like almost all new for me. So, yeah, I'm very sorry. Like I said, if I am very rusty with this, I'm just more used to the F1 side of commentary for league racing, not really much for this. Yeah. Yeah, while we wait though, that's your top 8. Yeah, Ribbon, Lunacy, Lane. Only about half a 10 separates between Lunacy and Lane. Yeah, pretty close between the two max speed cars. The two Subarus peeing up there. I said they would be like the 4th best for this track. Apparently I know those two are quite capable of more than that. Alright. I think we're up and running for this race. Interesting how it doesn't go straight into it. Alright, so yep, no traction control, and there are false start penalties in this. We're just waiting for the lights to commence, and we'll get the race underway. We got 5 red lights for here at Seaside Feature Race. And the race is underway here at Dragon Trail. A nice start there by Red One, and a nice start there by Lunacy as well, trying to get alongside his teammate. Jack Breslin alongside 3 wide as they make their way through the first kink. Into turn 2 we go. It looks like Red One will maintain the lead. heading it up towards turn 2 and into turn 3. Jack, though, is in front of both Subarus. He's up to second place. Lunacy up to 3rd. Prezzo in 4th. And Lane's dropped down to 5th place, actually, as a matter of fact. He's lost 3 spots on the opening lap as they make their way through the double right-handers of turns 5 and 6. Very nicely done from everyone. Seems like everyone got through somewhat cleanly. No incidents, I think, from what we can indicate as they make their way through the S section. Everyone single file, not too much shenanigans going on at the moment. It looks like Jack's going to try to line up a move on Ridwan here up to the hairpin of turn 11. Hard on the brakes. This Nissan covering the inside line. He stays in front, at least for now, ahead of the Mercedes. But can Jack fight back up towards the death chicane we go? You don't want to go side by side through that area. It's definitely not an overtaking spot. Making the way through the death chicane we go. Ridwan gets there through cleanly. So does Jack, but Jack doesn't really get a good run. Lunacy got the better run compared to the Mercedes-Benz as they make their way down towards turn 16. He's down the inside. Can the Subaru get him here? Yes, he can. He's up into second place. Oh, but gets sideways there at the exit of the right-hander as they make their way up the kink, down the main straight to complete the first lap of 23. It is a 6 lap minimum requirement, remember that as well. You can pit once you get to lap 6 as they make their way down to turn 2. Jack looking to the inside, can't make the move stick. Prezzo still following. Oh, Jack. Sorry, that was Lunacy, I was going to say. That got a bit squirrely there at the exit of turn 3, but he still maintains second. But Ridwan showing the pace right now in that GTR, pulling away a little bit, at least for now. Oh, a little bit of a bump, I think, there from Jack and Felix there at turn 6. And through goes Stingray up to 4th. Jack has dropped down to 5th place. Stingray, Prezzo side by side, heading through the S section. Oh, dearie me. That was quite close. Unfortunate there for Jack. And also, I just realized I didn't have the speedo up. My bad. So what's Ridwan on? He's on the soft tires. That kind of explains a little bit why he's pulling away. Lunacy's on the medium tire. Prezzo's on the soft tire. And Stingray is on the medium tire. Jack in 5th, he's on the soft tire. Lane behind him also on soft tires. Of course, a little bit of mixed strategies. Soft and mediums is pretty much what everyone's going to go with, of course. One stop as well in this race. They now follow the way down underneath the bridge, heading down towards turn 16, around the penultimate corner. At least I think that's what it is on the track map. I know it's 17 corners around here. I wouldn't consider that kink there a corner, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. As they make their way down the main straight to complete lap 3 of 23. As right now it's Ridwan that's still leading the way. 2.5 seconds right now between himself and Lunacy. Prezzo right now still in 3rd. Stingray 4th with Jack behind him in 5th place. Lane. Oh, dearie me, as Lane got all over the curb there at the exit of turn 3. BK right now trying to apply pressure to the Subaru. Dynamite losing ground to his teammate. Meanwhile, a little further back, Roscoe actually has gained, I think he's gained about 3 spots if I'm correct. He's up into 9th place. I think he started either 12th or 13th if I remember. As he's right now under pressure from Staff Turbo, one of the new drivers in this grid. Right behind him right now in that white Porsche, the Revo Satellite Racing Porsche. Botta, though, dropping down to 11th. He probably had a bit of a shocker, I think, at the start, if I remember correctly. He was in the top 10. Right now he's outside of that. He's in 11th. He's in right now in 12th, curving in 13th with Jamo and Camaro Kid a little bit towards the rear of the field. Making their way through the death chicane. Everyone getting through relatively fine in the top half of the field. Right now it's the 2 Mercedes that are squabbling right now, along with a Subaru. And here comes one of them Mercedes to get past the other Mercedes as Jack goes down the inside on Stingray into turn 16. Lane tries to follow suit, but he can't find a way by into turn 16. But can Stingray fight back? I probably will assume so, knowing Stingray. Lane, though, also applying pressure, but I don't think he wants to make any moves just quite yet, knowing where he is right now. I think he just wants to be a bit patient. I know how Lane can be. He is more of a patient driver. more of a smart driver. Doesn't want to fight too hard. Doesn't want BK to close up and get in this fight. Yeah, right now that Subaru is about at least 1.5 seconds behind. Oh, dear me. I think the Mercedes just made contact there. Look, Jack went a little bit wide, but didn't really lose too much time, it looked like to me. Oh, no, they did. They lost about 4/10. Now BK is actually a second behind. No BMW track. No BMW on the track. It's just Subaru. You got Subaru, Toyota, Nissan, Mercedes, and Porsche. That's pretty much what the cars are going to be this season. And actually, I think from what I heard, the BMW... oh, dearie me, a Stingray goes sideways. I think the M6 and the M3, I heard they're not very great in this game, from what I've heard. Coming through the dash chicane. Oh, dearie me, Stingray getting quite sideways. How's the rest of the field going up towards the upper half? Prezzo trying to apply a bit of pressure on Lunacy. Of course, with the GTR, it has more of the straight line speed advantage compared to the Subaru. But Lunacy still maintain second at the moment, doing a solid job. And also on the medium tire, so it'll be interesting to see how it'll be towards the second half of this race. I imagine he'll be quite quick once he gets on the soft compound tire. Right now the gap is 5.3 seconds though between himself and Ridwan. Prezzo, not quite close, but I don't think he wants to fight. Probably just the smart thing to just to stay back. Speaking of fighting, Lane and Stingray battling at turns 5 and 6 as they make their way down towards the S section. Stingray gets in front and Lane goes on the grass a little bit there. Dips his right tires on the right side of the road. Well, right side of the grass, I should say. Stingray keeping the position at least for now. So they now follow their way down towards turn 11. Does Lane go for it? It looks like he's trying to go for it. He is going to go for it. Down the inside, but he might have overshot the corner just a little bit there. Stingray will fight back again. This time at the exit of turn 11. He gets it done. He stays in front. This is good respective driving by the pair of them as they make their way through the dash chicane. Lane, can he bring the pressure again? He's going to try again. This time as they make their way down to the penultimate corner of turn 16. As they make their way down to 16, Lane shoots it again. Inside, deep on the brakes. He parks the car in a perfect spot. He gets in front. He's up to fifth place. As Stingray goes a little bit wide as well in the process. Meanwhile, a little further back, we'll see how everyone else is doing towards the rear of the field. Right now, battling the top for at least the 10th place spot. You got Roscoe curving, Tim, Baudot, and just those four technically really battling for 10th place. And here comes, oh, yellow flags, yellows. That's Jack. He's had trouble there at turn 3. He has completely done something there at turn 3, spun the car or something. He's dropped down to 8th position. Unfortunately, he didn't quite catch what happened to him. He must have lit up the rears or something. That had to be my rough guess. It's very easy to do that at the exit of turn 3 if you are not careful. Yeah, because he was battling in midst with Stingray and Lane for a little while. Yeah, just must have lit up the rears or something. It looks like Prezzo's getting a little bit closer to the Subaru. He is right. Oh! I was going to say right up the back bumper of the car, but he almost may have put the car on the wall when he went completely sideways. Car 5 make a move, not quite close enough to make a move there into the right-hander as they make their way down the main straight. We're now on to lap 7 of 23. Prezzo, can he make a move here? Does he want to fight Lunacy here into turn 2? Not quite, not close enough. Doesn't seem like he wants to go for it. Now he's going to try and go for it here. at the exit of the corner, around the kick of 4, up to the double right-handers of 5 and 6. The Nissan's got the inside line. He's got second place ahead of the Subaru. Nicely done there by Felix Presland. Getting ahead of the Season 3 Drivers' Champion, Mr. Lunacy. Meanwhile, Lane trying to pull away from Stingray. He's got a bit of a gap between himself and the Mercedes. How's BK doing? He's not too far behind Stingray. He's on the medium tire. He's got his teammate Dynamite for company, who is also closing in. And they're also both on the medium compound tire. They will try to get quick towards the end of the race as well. Right now the fast lap, in case you want to know, is occupied by Red One. Oh my goodness me! BK almost hit the wall there at the death chicane, and here comes Dynamite. Oh, I thought he was going to get him there. It looked like he was going to, but he doesn't. BK maintains the spot. There wasn't any contact. There is light damage, by the way. That's something I failed to mention. There is no heavy damage for this series. In case you don't know how light damage works in this game, if you do get damage in any aspect, it will affect the performance, obviously, just for a little while, and then once after like a few seconds or something, I think that damage will go away. Red One, it's pretty much just loving life at the moment. 9.6 seconds between himself and his teammate Prezzo at the time being. Lunacy still trying to bring some pressure to him, to Prezzo I should say. There's his teammate and owner Lane Everingham not far away. Right now they're on lap 8 at 23. They're past the minimum requirements, so they can pit whenever they want to. But knowing everyone, I think they're going to go until, well, either the tires fall off too much, or if they're close to being on fumes. Right now, if we look at the fuel situation, Rim One's got over half a tank. Prezzo's got nearly over half of that. Both Subarus have half of it. Stingray does not, though. He's got less than half of tank. And looks like the Kennedy cars, are they battling here? They looks like they are. Looks like they're swapping places. So Ryan Lowe, or Dynamite, takes 6th place away from Mr. Kennedy for 6th place. Oh, but BK lights the rears there at the exit of turn 16. Completely lighted them up. And of course the traction in this game I've noticed is quite sensitive as well, compared to what it was back on Sport. Yeah, both Supras are pretty much got half a tank. Porsches of curving and Staff Turbo have got about half of it as well. Jack has got less than half. So yeah, pretty much looking like the fuel situation, it seems like the Mercedes is not the greatest when it comes to the fuel economy. There's Lane right behind, and there's Camara Kid. He is gonna get lapped by his teammates. He needs to get out of the way though. He needs to obey the blue flag. He is not getting out of the way though. Oh, there we go. Now he's getting out of the way. Finally he does. Gets out of the way of both Lunacy and Lane. Yeah, when the blue flags are indicated, you must obey them and get out of the way and let the lead cars through. It's the rule in almost in every majority motorsport. I think right now the Subarus, what they'll try to do is try to gain up on Prezzo if they can. Get close enough. Oh, not anymore. I spoke too soon. As Lunacy goes into pit lane, he'll be the first one to go into the pits and get onto a set of soft compound tires. Alright, so he's the first one to blink. And no one else looks like they're going into the pits. They're Well, not, yeah, I was gonna say a little bit too soon on saying that. It doesn't look like anyone's coming in just quite yet. So Lunacy pulling the plug first. Curving right now, just leading the Porsche gang at the moment. Right now in 7th place, doing the best he can in that car. There's Jack right behind as well, who unfortunately had a bit of a spin a few laps ago, dropping down from the midfield down to 9th place. Yeah, just trying to make up any ground he possibly can. He also dips his tires onto the grass at one point there. Alright, so where is Lunacy right now? He is in 13th, so he's got a lot of clear air to deal with. Bottas also lost out some position, lost out a little bit of time to fight for that 10th place spot. Yeah, it seems like everyone's seems like they kind of been in their own little direction, I guess. All the field's starting to spread out. Jack also did get past Staff Turbo just a minute ago there or a second ago there at turn 11. He's up into 8th place, trying to make up, like I said, any ground he possibly can. Meanwhile, though, the battle with Stingray and the Supras, oh, dearie me, as Stingray goes into pit lane. So he's going to get off of those medium tires and get onto his soft tires, doing what Lunacy did a lap ago. And yeah, you can see the field difference. Lunacy was at 40 when he was in the pits, and Stingray's at 24. Yeah, so yeah, it seems like I was starting to get a little idea of what the fuel was like for a lot of these cars, it seems. And also a few other cars on the pitch. Gemma's in, same with Camaro Kid down towards the rear of the field. Yeah, kind of an interesting call there from Lunacy. They're going that early on the medium tire. I would have thought he actually would push on just for a little bit more. But yeah, I guess not. Well, the Kennedy cars still trying to work together at least, see what they can do. Curving still occupying 6th. Of course, some people gain spots with Stingray and Lunacy, of course, pitting. Steph Turbo right now in 8th. Roscoe in 9th, not doing too bad. Tim in 10th. And Bottas still occupying 11th. There's Lunacy. Yes, he's got 49.4 seconds between himself and the race leader. So he's got to have to make the most out of these soft tires if he wants to try to gain a little bit of ground. And BK is also into the pit lane. Soft tires at the go for the Supra. And of course we'll fill the car up. So I think we need to keep an eye out as Stingray, because he did blink in the pit stop before BK. Where will he come out of all this? BK's coming out, and looks like BK's going to be miles ahead, and he is. Yep, he is miles ahead of the Mercedes-Benz. Yeah, it seems like the fuel kind of hurts the Mercedes quite a bit there, as proven on that pit stop, because Stingray now has a gap of 7.5 seconds between himself and BK. Jeez, Bottas' tires are really on their legs, aren't they? Gee whiz. Especially the left side. I can say the same thing for Jack as well. That left side of the tires are just chewed. Alright, does Dynamite respond to this? Oh, and meanwhile also Lane's got past Preza there for second. That must have happened just a little bit ago as well. I'm sorry to miss that. Above them right now on the soft tire, just trying to make whatever they can on those tires. And into the pits goes Tim. He's now into the pits. Yeah, it seems like everyone's just all trying to get their pit stops out of the way. Well, at least a few of them are right now. I think this is the closest battle we've got on track, at least for now. Battle for P2 between Prezzo and Lane. Down towards turn 11. Prezzo just trying to keep the pressure on. Oh, maybe not there, as he goes a little bit wide and loses a couple of tenths there to Lane. Yeah, didn't really get a good run out of that death chicane, it looked like, compared to Lane as well. Actually, no, he gained a little bit of time. I guess it did look like it to me, initially. Alright, do these two pit? Everyone hasn't pitted yet, still on those soft tires, and none. These guys are not pitting yet. Just quite yet. What about Dynamite? Does he peel into the pits? Maybe respond to his teammate? Yes, he does. He's going into the pits. Get off of those medium tires. We'll get onto a set of soft tires. Jack also coming in as well. Almost on fumes at this point. Staff Turbo continues to stay out for another lap. Roscoe Arm coming into the pits. He wants to get off of those soft tires immediately. As Boto now goes in as well. A few more drivers going into the pit lane. Dynamite trying to get some fuel into the car. Where will he come out ahead of to his teammate? It seems they're going to be neck and neck. But I think BK's got the advantage. He's now ahead of Dynamite up to 7th. But Dynamite has got fresher rubber. That will play to his advantage. Man, look at Curving's tires. Jesus Christ. Those tires are done. They are completely done. Yeah, he needs to get in the pits now. At least Staff Turbo's tires at least are in better shape than Curving's. Alright, Prezzo is now in the pits. Alright, gotta keep our eyes on Lunacy then. See where he'll come out of all this. He's been on those softs for a while. Prezzo's gonna be on fresher rubber compared to the Subaru. Lunacy's coming around the penultimate run, the right-hander. Will make his way down the main straight. Is Prezzo leaving? Not yet. Now he goes out. Let's see, where is that Subaru? Where is he? Where is he? There he is. There he goes. Undercut has worked for Lunacy. He's up to 3rd, ahead of Prezzo. He has made it work there. Only just a little bit. It's just an 8. Make that 9/10 difference. Now it's just over a second. Gap will start to slowly increase. Curving also goes into the pits. He'll come out in 8th place out of his pit stop. I think we've cycled almost everybody. The only ones I think are left are the top 2. Everyone's still staying out. Does Lane come in to respond to this? Yes, he does. Alright, so we gotta keep our eyes out where he'll come out amidst this battle. Yeah, he's right now on fumes, quite literally on fumes. He'll get off of those soft tires and go onto a set of mediums. Kind of everyone's almost spread out in some aspect. Let's see where this whole thing comes. Goodness me, I can't speak. Let's see what lane comes out of all this. He's trying to fill up the car right now, filling up with fuel. Here comes Lunacy. I think he's gonna get ahead of him. Oh, maybe not. No, Lane is actually gonna get ahead of Lunacy. But he's got the tire disadvantage though, because Lunacy is on soft tires and he's got momentum as well. Lunacy goes through up to second, ahead of Lane Everingham. Makes total sense, just let Lunacy through because he is on the fresher rubber, he had the momentum. Now Lane can see if he can try to just keep up, if he can possibly do so. Yeah, Lunacy's tires though is going to start getting a little bit worn though. And Prezzo's losing a little bit of time to the Subarus. BK right now trying to pull away. Seems like he's pulling away a little bit from Dynamite. Stingray right now not close to both Supras at the moment. Red One now finally pulls the plug. He's in the pit lane. He had a 10-second margin when Lane pitted. I probably will assume that he'll still come out ahead of the Subarus. Through the chicane they go. Lunacy's starting to pull a bit of a gap actually now to Lane. But Lane might get more of the tire age advantage when Lunacy's tires fall off a bit. Red One comes out and he is, yep, as I predicted, obviously, is ahead of the Subarus. And by, well, it says by 47 seconds. There we go, now it's adjusted. It's right now 15 seconds. Well, we'll be taking down more, but you get the whole point. It's right now 14.1 seconds is the gap between Red One and Lunacy. As right now we've got 7 more laps to go. Right now I probably would say we might be seeing what the field is going to be set in stone at the end of this race. Can BK catch up to Prezzo? He is on the different tire compared to him. Prezzo's on the mediums, BK on the softs. But BK's tires are starting to age a little bit there. Dynamite just doesn't seem like he's got the pace compared to BK, even with the fresher tires. Stingray just still occupying 7th at the moment, curving 8th place. And it looks like we got a bit of a battle actually now brewing between the Porsche of Tim and the Mercedes of Jack for 9th place here. Tim looking for any sort of move here on the Mercedes-Benz. Looking to the outside, brakes deep compared to the Merc. Jack though stays in front. Now making their way up towards the death chicane. 12, 13, 14, and 15 they go. Jack's maintaining the lead maintaining the lead ahead of Tim, I should say. And Jack should pull away just a little bit though, compared to Tim, who doesn't really have the fastest car on the straight compared to the Mercedes. Of course, the Mercedes has got a V8 engine, and then the Porsche's got a flat 6. Turbocharged flat 6, mind you. Yeah, lost a couple of tenths there, Tim. Days of the corner. Gaps still maintained as they are, at least for now. 2 seconds between both Subarus. It's about 2.3 seconds between Lane and Prezzo, and 4.7 seconds between Prezzo and BK. With BK's tires, yeah, they are definitely not in the best of shape from what I can see on that screen. Dynamite still occupying 6th for now. Stingray still occupying 7th, carrying 8th. And it looks like Jack's now finally got past Tim as well. Must have happened at the S section. Well, actually, no. Silly me. Tim's been behind Jack for a while. What am I saying? Silly Katie. It's 4 AM. Why on earth am I doing this sometimes? I'll never know. Anyway. Alright, lap 19 of 23. We got 5 more laps to go this race. Half a second separating these two. Tim's just really just following Jack, at least for now. Not really making any sort of move. Meanwhile, it's a little bit further back. Baldog right now is battling Staff Turbo for 11th place. So you got at least a couple of battles with Mercedes and Porsche towards the rear of the field. Roscoe Arm just occupying 13th. Gemma 14th. Camaro's occupying 15th place. Well, the gap is starting to close a little bit, actually, between Prezzo and BK. The last time I checked, I think the gap. Oh, dearie me! I think the gap was like, what was it, over 4 seconds? I think last I checked. Now it's 2.8 seconds separate between BK and Prezzo. Clearly uphill bit of turns 2 and 3, up and over the crests. And actually, Dynamite's caught up a little bit to BK now. He's right now the gap is 1.6 seconds. Last I checked, I think it was like 2.7 between Dynamite and BK. So those tires, I think, for BK, yeah, they are really falling off the cliff. He is shredding those tires. Still same between Jack and Tim. Step Turbo, actually, I think it's got Step Turbo right now is still occupying 11th, Bottom 12th. Yeah, everyone's still in their same positions. .6 seconds. Oh, dearie me, his Prezzo nearly went sideways there at the exit of the death chicane. Yeah, following the end of this race, we will have a reverse grid. So, what it's looking like, America will be on pole position for the sprint race. And that race will be 17 laps and a 5-lap tire requirement. 1.2 between the two Subarus, so the battle for 5th will be on between the two Kennedy Motorsport cars. And it seems like I almost said Jim. Jack right now has a 2.3 second gap between himself and Tim. And it looks like Bottom's now finally got past Staff Turbo there for 11th place. As well. Yellows, yellows, yellows. What's that for? What was that for? Was that for curving? I think that might have been for either Stingray or curving. I think that might have been Stingray, actually, that caused the yellow flags. He must have had a bit of a spin or something. Oh, yes, he has. He's got damage to the front part of the car. So now curving's all over his rear bumper. And now the damage has gone away. That's thanks to the light damage that's modeled in this session. So Stingray has made a mistake. And Curving now is all over the back of him. And not only that, Curving's got better age tires compared to Stingray. So yeah, Stingray might be on a bit of the back foot. Speaking of someone that is on the back foot, BK is under pressure from Dynamite. As they make their way around turn 16, I think BK has opted to let him through from what it looks like. Or, well, they're not quite. They're side by side, actually, still making their way down the main straight. Now he's gone past. He's up into fifth place. Now the question is, can Dynamite catch Preza? Right now it's 2.9 seconds separating these two. Anyway, still, carry in mind, 1.1 seconds. Right, what looked like a comfortable 7th is not really comfortable anymore for Stingray. We're right now on the penultimate lap. Red one. Well, I know he hasn't had much screen time, but he's been pretty much in cruise control right now. Has the lead, and well, he hasn't really got the Grand Slam, has he? Because Lunacy's got the fastest lap. Did a 36.7 whilst he was pushing after his pit stop. On to the final lap. Red One leading by 15.2 seconds. He has really been in a class of his own. Typical from Red One we have seen in the past. I don't know what that camera angle was. Preza right now occupying 4th place, right low. Oops, Deary mate. Nearly lost the back end. Just keeping his team owner BK behind. About 7th, maybe Ray John. Depending if what happens here between Kirby and Stingray, as Kirby nearly went sideways at the exit of 16. Yeah. Jack's got 9th occupied. 10th is right now belonging to Tim. Staff Turbo 11th with Roscoe on Bodod, Jamo, and Camaro Kid. Lane also is starting to close up a little bit, actually. The gap right now is less than a second between the two Subarus. Why does the camera angle stay still anytime I'm changing cars sometimes? I don't know that, but anyway. Could we see a battle for P2 here between these? I probably wouldn't think they'll change places or whatever. I think they'll keep their respective positions. But in the end here, it's going to be a race victory for Red One, making his way around the penultimate corner, across the start-finish line, has led every single lap from pole to flag. He wins the feature race here at Seaside. And I think it'll be Lunacy that will occupy 2nd, and yep, that's what it's looking like to me. Lunacy and Lane will come home in 2nd and 3rd. Nicely done there by the two max speed cars. Preza will finish in 4th, a quiet 4th. Well, in the second half it was a bit quiet for him at least. Dynamite 5th, BK in 6th. Not a bad effort from the two Supras. Stingray looks like he'll occupy 7th place, along with Curry behind him in 8th. Unfortunate to make that crucial mistake there a couple laps ago, but still keeps 7th no matter what. Jack in 9th place, followed by Tim, who will complete the top 10. Staff Turbo will finish in 11th place on debut. And Roscoe on his return to Project 1 will come up in 12th place. Bodod will finish in 13th, unfortunately suffering a bit of damage it seems on the front aero and front right suspension. 13th for Bodod. Probably not what he would have wanted there, unfortunately. Jammer 14th, and Camaro Kid will round it off in 15th. And he will start on pole position for the sprint race. Pole position and led every lap and race victory. for a red one. Nicely done. Alright, well, I guess we'll be on a little bit of a break then. So now we're just gonna wait for the BK to get the reverse grid. Yeah, we were in the morning loop of this race, and now we're changing it to the afternoon. Well, that's at least what it says according to the calendar, I think. Yeah. Yeah, so it's afternoon sesh for the sprint. Doesn't look afternoon to me, but I love that from Lane. And on that bombshell, it's time to end. uh, yeah, no, I do also apologize though for the little technical difficulties from earlier too. Like I said, it's been a long, long time since I've commentated a race on GT. Well, Sports/7. I mean, this is the first time I've ever commentated on GT7, at least. Yeah. Yeah, it's just I was just trying to make sure that there wasn't any music or anything like background music, so we wouldn't get or this stream wouldn't get copyrighted. Uh, do 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 do. Yeah, no, it wasn't too bad though. Had some battles here and there. Had a battle between Prezzo and the two Subarus. Jack was in the midst of that battle until he spun. Well, unfortunately, him and Stingray had some difficulties in the race. But hopefully they'll, for their sakes, get back up there at least. But no, it seems like it's good points though for Max Speed and also for Kenny Motorsport, finishing second and third for the Subarus and fifth and sixth for the Toyotas. Hey Kane, good to see you in the chat as well. Yeah, it is good to be back. I do agree. Been about a year since we had a stream on this channel. As far back as GT Sport, like I mentioned in the first part of the stream. Everyone just doing a little bit of laps, it seems. And anyone else on track? Is it just him? Not this Jack, he's also on track. In that black Mercedes. Also had a bit of helping hand with Lane as well with that livery, because Lane actually has done similar type of liveries. That livery is based off of a 2023 Mercedes livery, if anyone would care to be interested about that. And it looks really fantastic too, I will say that. But yeah, no, all the cars actually look quite fabulous. I do also like the Nissans with the Nismo livery cars, different color schemes, with Prezzo having the red car, red one with white, and Roscoe Arm with the black one. Looks pretty cool. Oh, they're doing a little bit of jousting, aren't they? Red one and Jack. There's Jammo just out about. Oh, never mind. He is now back at the pit lane. And of course the Toyotas look pretty cool as well. The Red Bull livery. If I remember correctly, I don't remember exactly if BK used that from last season. I know he did 2 seasons ago when he had the GTR. Yeah, like the Red Bull, and plus he had the AlphaTauri logo as well, like in the rear of the GTR, like he does with the Supra. And the Porsches look pretty cool as well. I like their livery. It looks nice with it being white. It's clean in my opinion. It looks clean. I kind of find whites on cars to be quite clean. But as long as they have a bit of color to it. Gemma gets a 3-second penalty. Yeah, there's also another little thing as well, is that if you get a pit violation in this game, you cop what Gemma just copped there, a 3-second penalty. And also, if you remember back in sport, if you had a penalty, you can serve it by slowing the car down, and then obviously that'll get rid of the penalty, or as much as the penalty you can. In this, they have a penalty zone. If you notice there, I didn't mention this though, but if you notice those two little yellow bits at the end of that tunnel, that's the penalty zone. So yeah, if you get a penalty and you get to that zone, the game will automatically stop your car until you get that penalty removed. Once that gets removed, obviously you get going again. Yeah, we had something similar to that as well from... When did we have the pit violation rule that happened? Was it season 5, I think it was? Or 4, I don't remember. Where you couldn't cut pit entry or pit exit. If you did, you would be a penalty for that. And of course all races are reviewed by the head steward, Viper Z. But hey, in this case, he doesn't really need to do that. Alright, there's the 1-minute signal from BK. So yeah, he'll give us the go in a short bit. And everyone's just saying some rubbish in the chat, not a surprise. Alright, so yeah, Gemma will give us the give us a bit of demonstration. That basically was what happens if you serve a penalty. As Gemma just perfectly demonstrated right there. You get through those little yellow bits there in the tunnel. And if you do that, the car will slow down automatically, and yeah, that's how you serve your penalty now in this game. Rather than just doing it yourself. Oh! Jeez, a little bit of jousting there. Alright, I guess we're gonna get the grid all set up and running. Or yeah, there we go. Alright, so we got the sprint race coming your way now. So yeah, like I said, Camaro Kid will be on pole, as he was last on the grid, followed by Gemma, Bodod, Roscoe Arms, Staff Turbo, Tim, Curving. Then also it's Stingray BK, Prezzo, Lane, Lunacy, and Ridwan. Got the 5 red lights, 17 laps ahead of us. And the sprint race is go. And it's a nice start there, looks like, from Roscoe Arm. Moving to the right-hand side and coming up towards the first kink. Botta, though, comes alongside Camaro Kid as they make their way up towards the first braking zone. Botta has the lead for the moment there as we go into turn 2. Up and around turns 2 and 3. Roscoe makes contact with Camaro Kid there at turn 3. Gets a little bit of a bump. Then we're trying to get through it. Very nicely done. A little bit of shuffling, it looks like, there towards the rear of the pack. Oh, Camaro Kid goes off onto the grass there. Bumps a little bit there as well off the track as they make their way around turn 6. As Gemma trying to fight his way through as well. Looks like they're in 5th. As he's dropped out a couple of spots. Botta right now is leading. Stingray in 2nd. Oh, dearie me. A little bit more shoving. Camaro Kid goes off the track. And same with the Nissan there. Roscoe, more cars as well. 2 more cars there gets involved. Who else was that? That was Prezzo, I think, that got involved. Tim got involved. And both 2 Nissans got involved in that sort of incident. And goodness me, I didn't get that whole thing, the whole telemetry there. Yeah, damage there. No damage for Curving. I don't know if he got caught up. I think he might have got caught up. Down the inside goes Curvy on Roscoe. Roscoe's definitely got damage. Tim's got damage, and so does Kamerican. He's got damage as well. Dearie me, that was quite something there on the opening lap. And it's going slowly. Who's that? That's the Mercedes of Jack. He's got damage right now too, on the front of his car. He must have clipped the wall there at the end of the death chicane. He's dropping down to 7th. He's dropping like a stone there, the Mercedes-Benz. But out in front though, it's the other Mercedes of Bodot and Stingray. 1-2 at the moment for both the Breslin Engineering cars. As Jammer right now is hanging on in 3rd. He's doing quite well actually, as a matter of fact. Lunacy in 4th, followed by followed by Staff Turbo, then Lane Everingham. Jack damage is gone, so now he can go full speed as they make their way down towards the double right-handers. BK right behind Jack, and there's Dynamite right behind as well. Red One, our race leader right now, or sorry, our race winner, I should say, from last time out in the feature race is right behind the 2 Supras. Making their way down the hill, and side by side, Dynamite and Red One, he's also trying to get by BK too, and the S's, but he couldn't get the move done there, right there through the S section. But can he fight back up and over the crest? He goes over the curb, contact, oh, he goes onto the grass, he's still on the grass, into the wall, he gets back on the track, manages to keep going, but a great recovery from Red One, quite shaky there, at least for that, between the 2 cars. Dearie me. Geez, that got quite hairy now, didn't it? Oh, someone's gone up, I think. I thought I heard tires screeching. I think Staff Turbo might have had a poor run there. He has got a poor run. He's got Jack behind, and he's also got Lane too. The 2 Supers are side by side as well. Jack going down the inside, trying to get by Staff Turbo. The Mercedes gets in front of the Porsche. He's now up into 5th. Lane Everingham right behind the queue as well. The 3rd of the queue as they make their way down to the first braking zone. Staff Turbo trying to fight back, heading up towards turn 2. Jack's having none of that. Parks the car in the right spot, maintains the position. Lane, can he get the switchback up and over the hill? Up towards turn 4. He can't make the move done there. Can't get through in the kink. While out in front, the 2 Mercedes are still maintaining their spots. Lunacy trying to close in on Jamo, making the way through the S section we go. Jack right now in 5th place, trying to catch up to Lunacy as best he can. Staff Turbo and Lane battling as Lane goes awfully sideways, but manages to keep the car pointing in the right direction as they now file their way down towards turn 11. Does Lane go for a move? Not quite. He's not quite close enough. Dynamite, though, is right on the rear of that Subaru. Oh, as the Subaru goes nearly drifting there. And now here comes Dynamite alongside the Subaru. He now gets in. Is he in front? Yes, he is in front. Wasn't sure at one point. He is now in front. He is ahead of the Subaru. This is probably where Dynamite might have that straight line speed advantage, and look at that, he's already past the Porsche before the corner there. Nicely done by Dynamite, up into 6th. I don't think this battle is over just quite yet. Staff Turbo though right behind the Supra. He'll have the slipstream, but he doesn't have the straight line speed. Here comes BK, he's got the straight line speed advantage quite easily, as well, maybe not quite. Now he is ahead. Lane, though, has to fall back. Oh, dearie me, as Dynamite tries to go down the inside of the Porsche. He can't get by there. Actually, no, I'm sorry. That was Staff Turbo that got by the Supra. I take that back. Yes, Staff Turbo now is ahead of Dynamite. Dynamite behind Staff Turbo. Lane now has gone ahead of BK. BK must have made a little bit of a mistake. Red One, though, not too far away, but he's trying to close back up after what happened between himself and BK through the S section a couple of laps ago. Lane having the handling advantage over the Supra. He's alongside, and he's through up into 7th. Now needs to try to get by the Porsche. BK looking to the inside of Dynamite. He gets through, and Lane trying to get by the Porsche as well. through the right-hander. Now, not quite there, not close enough. Top three still maintain their spots, but Boddard still lean ahead of Stingray and Jammo right now. Oh, and into the wall. Who was that that smacked the wall? I think that might have been Was that BK or was that Dynamite? It was Dynamite that hit the wall. I'm sorry. It was Dynamite that slammed the wall there at the exit of the dash chicane. He's got front and rear damage. He is going to be halted in pace. Oh, quite unfortunate there for one of the Supras, but can the other Supra try to fight against the Porsche and the Subaru that's in front of him? It's BK right now trying to get by Blaine and Staff Turbo through the kink of 1 up to 2. Staff Turbo and Lane side by side again, and Lane Everingham now finally gets by up to 6. And there is Ridwan right behind this whole train. Curry not too far away either, but he's a little further back. Staff Turbo down the inside, not quite close enough though to attack the Subaru. Meanwhile, up towards the front, it looks like Jack's closing in on Lunacy. Lunacy also closing in bit by bit on Jammo. Jammo doing a really solid job, I will say. Lee's holding on for third. He's doing pretty good, I will say. Oh, dearie me, again, BK and Ridwan having a little bit of a skirmish there at the end of the S's. Here comes Ridwan to the outside of the Supra, not quite close enough. BK, no, not quite close enough to attack Staff Turbo, but he has to defend against the GTR. He defends, oh, but I think he hit the wall there a little bit there at the exit of the right-hander through the S section, 212 and 13, excuse me, through the dash chicane. Oh, I don't think that Porsche, did he make the corner there? Did Curry make the corner? He did make the corner. It didn't look like it at one point. It looked like he might have understeered a little bit deep there. BK now with the straight line speed of the Supra overtakes him, overtakes Staff Turbo. Can Ridwan follow suit? Not quite. And looks like a couple of cars are going to the pits. Lane, BK and Ridwan are into the pits, getting rid of those medium tires and getting onto the softs. They have met the lap minimum requirement. It's 5 laps, remember. So now everyone can make their pit stops. There is Lunacy right behind Jammo, making the way to the right-handers of 5 and 6. Lunacy, can he make a move? He's not quite close enough to get past the Supra. Meanwhile, 1.1 between the two Mercedes, the two Preslin Engineering cars. Right now, is the team owner though. Right now is battling it for the final podium spot between Jammo, Lunacy, well, and Jack right now, of course, being the back of this whole little bit of a queue. Not quite close. Up to the dash chicane we go. Battle for third, still ranging on. Jammo still maintaining third at least, doing the best that he possibly can. He's got 2 cars behind, still lingering. Lunacy though on the medium tire, he's got the bit of the tire. Well, I probably would say the tire advantage, because he will get the second half of that. Stingray goes into the pits, so he will get off those mediums onto the soft tires. Same with Lunacy. No one else following suit just quite yet. Staff Turbo staying out. Curving though is closing in on his teammate. Stingray right now in the pits. There's Lunacy. Dynamite continuing to stay out. Tim also staying out for another lap. Ridwan, he's actually ahead of Lane. Where's BK out of all this? He's in 13. He's behind Prezzo. Actually, as a matter of fact, out of those pit stops. Whilst I was looking at the battle for third. And Lunacy is ahead of Ridwan. Here comes Ridwan to the inside. He gets through it, but he overshoots the turn at turn 3. And Lunacy counters that and gets ahead of him, making a crucial mistake. On the right-handers, they're 5 and 6. Lunacy's gonna have Lunacy has quite a bit of that GTR in his rearview mirrors. Oh, but dips the tires on the grass. Well, maybe that might be lag a bit. I'm not sure. mean, of course, a lot of these are Australians, and I'm just an American, of course. So probably makes sense if there were a bit of lag in some sense. It's just the Krusty Krab. No, this is Patrick Banana. One, trying to keep pressure on Lunacy. As everyone's still staying out, it looks like. Ballard's not coming in the pits just yet, but Jack is bringing pressure on Jamo. Has yet to make a pit stop. Ooh, a little bit of tire scrum here. I think that might have been from Jamo's car. And here comes Jack to the inside, looking to the inside. And it looks like Jamo doesn't really fight that. Jack now moves to second place ahead of Jamo. I think right now, out of the whole cycle of pit stops right now at the moment, Stingray is the leading car that has pitted. Cars ahead of him, of course, have yet to make a pit stop. And yeah, he's setting purple sectors out. Look at that, 2/10 up on the current fastest lap, which is held right now by BK with a 1:37.5. Lucy and Red1 still scrapping. What's going to happen here at turn 11? Does Red1 make any sort of move? Not quite. He's not close enough into turn 11. Lane's still occupying 11th at the moment. BK's closing in though at Prezzo. We could see a battle between these two for position. Now the up towards the death chicane we go. Oh my goodness me, BK was really committed. I think he might have gone a little bit too much of the inside curve there at turn 15. I mean, we'll give up on this battle. In the pits goes Tim, and into the pits comes Dynamite. Alright, we'll see where he'll come out of all this. He'll come out behind BK by a little bit of a margin. Tim's out of the pits as well. Oh, as Bono gets on the dirt there a little bit there in the end of the S section. Looks a bit cloudy, a little large. From that camera, it looked like it was a bit cloudy. I don't know, at least for me. Right now, Bono leading 7 seconds between himself and Jack. Jamo right now still occupying third. Curry in fourth with Staff Turbo in fifth. Top 5 still have yet to make a stop. Right now, this fastest lap's occupied by Steamer with a 1:37.4. I probably will imagine that Stingray could get an undercut here on Bodod. We'll have to wait and see. There's Lunacy and Rib1 battling away still. Still the same at the moment. Let's see, does Bodod pull the plug? No, he doesn't. He stays out, for at least for another lap. Same with Jack. Jamo is now coming into the pits to get off those soft tires and get onto a set of mediums. Curry will stay out for at least one more lap. Well, another lap, I should say. Stingray should get ahead of Jamo easily. Lunacy looks like he will overtake him as well. Same with Rib1. So feeling the car for Jamo. Medium tires at the go. Where will he come out of all this? I think he'll come out just ahead of Prezzo. And yes, he does. He just comes out ahead of him. But he's going to have the tire disadvantage compared to Prezzo, who is on the soft tire. Quite a bit of momentum, but he's not close enough. Can he get him in at the exit of turn 3? I think he will. From what looks like the grip difference between the softs and mediums, definitely seen here. Up towards turn 5. There you go. Prezzo now gets in front. Gemma doesn't really fight that too much. Oh, dearie me, as BK goes awfully sideways there at the exit of turn 5. Alright. Up and over the crest, down towards turn 11. Stingray trying to close in on Staff Turbo. Bottot still's yet to make a stop, staying with Jack. Using as much as they can on those soft compound tires. The top 4 still have yet to make a stop. Stingray, he is looking like he'll be in a very good spot, I think, once these top 4 will pit. Yeah, look at that. He's now on the back of the Porsche of Staff Turbo, making the way around 16. I think it should be straightforward for Stingray. The car does have better performance. The Mercedes has better performance compared to the Porsche on paper. And also Stingray's got the better tires compared to him too. Red one, does he go? He's looking for a move. Into turn 2, not quite. Lucy stays in front. Doesn't get him there. Here he comes up to turn 6. He's trying to barge his way through. He does barge his way through. He's up to 4th. And right now that gap between Stingray and the leader, 20 seconds. Yeah, he's looking very good at the moment, for sure. Bottom right now is coming around turn 11. Jack still occupying 2nd. He's coming up to that corner as well, curving in 3rd. As everyone else going behind. Prezzo still occupying 9th. BK is going to be under pressure from one of his teammates, Jamo, who was in 3rd at the start. Right now is in 11th place. He's on the medium tire, but it seems like he's got the better aged tires compared to BK. Alright, Jack's in the pits. He's now into the pit lane, he goes. Lucy trying to get by Staff Turbo. Staff Turbo stays out for another lap. I think Lucy should be able to get by. Will he? I don't think so just yet, as he does set the fastest lap with a 137.307. Jack's now onto the medium tire. Lunacy looking to the outside of Staff Turbo. Not quite there, but he goes for an over-under at turns 2 and 3. There he goes. Now he's up into 4th place. Red one will follow suit as well, ahead of the Porsche. Oh, dearie me! Red one again. Having a bit of a sideways. I'm not sure if this is actual sideways or if that's just lag. Other way, it looks sideways, of course. 18.9 between Bottot and Stingray. Still the top 2, yet to make a stop, as we're on lap 12 of 17 here in this race. Red one, not quite close. There's Stingray there in that camera shot. There goes the Subaru and the GTR. Through the death chicane. Oh, that was close. I think Rimon just hit the wall. He did hit the wall. At the exit of the death chicane, he's got front damage all around. Front arrow and front suspension. That's pretty much his podium chances gone out the window. As Bottot now finally pits. And here comes Stingray. He'll overtake him with ease as he's occupied in the pits. Or will he? Actually, no, he's just alongside now. Stingray's through. And through also goes Lunacy. So Stingray makes the undercut work. Lunacy too also makes the undercut work. So the battle for the lead will definitely rage on. I thought Bottot actually would lose out a little bit more than that, to be honest. Yeah, Lane's also got past Ridwan after he suffered damage. The damage is gone now on Ridwan's car. Gee whiz, a little bit squirrely there at the exit. Jack right now at 7th after that pit stop, ahead of his brother Felix. Bailey right now in 9th. Robert Jameson in 10th place. Lucy all over Stingray here. The soft tire is starting to give way just a little bit. What it's looking like. Lucy looking pretty decent. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot they both were on the medium tires. Silly me. They're both on similar age tires. Oh. Alright, Kirby's now into the pits finally. And through goes the race leader. Stingray now takes the lead of the race. Lunacy right behind. Well, not too far away, but he's about 2.5 seconds back. Doesn't really have the tire advantage. He's on the medium tire. We'll see how the tires are towards the end of the race for the top two, because Bottle right now is on the medium compound tire. So he'll be on the bare H tire, but will that matter? We'll see. Oh, dearie me. Running wide there for the pair, then there the right-handers, Lucy and Stingray. As everyone else looking towards the back, as Ribbon and Lane are still battling away for fourth. Still pretty much same spots at the moment. BK right now is out of Curving after Curving's pit stop. It seems like everyone's still in their respective spots. You know, we'll keep our eyes on the battle for the lead. We're approaching what will be the end of lap 14 coming to lap 15. Gap right now is 6. Oh, I think Lucy's made a mistake. He has made a mistake. The camera angle didn't catch it, but he's hit the wall there at the death chicane, and that's it. The battle for the race win is over for Lunacy. Front damage on the aero and the suspension, just like what happened to Ridwan a few laps ago. Oh, that's not very good there for Lunacy. Not very, very unfortunate. Well, this gives Stingray plenty of breathing space. Damage has gone off now on Lunacy's car, so he can't go back to full pace. But yeah, that costly error has cost him any sort of chance of fighting for a win, unfortunately. Now the right-hander's down the hill. So we'll have the battle for the final podium spot for what it looks like. Maybe second, we'll wait and see. I know the gap is 1.4 between Bottle and Lunacy. Down the crest, down towards turn 11. See the helicopter there just coming down quite low. Why on earth is that helicopter so low sometimes? I will never understand that. 12, 13, 14, 15, through the dash chicane we go. All the cars that get through there one piece, at least. Around turn 16. Lunacy is right on the back of Bodhard. As we now have 2 laps to go here in this sprint. Can Lunacy get second place away from the Mercedes? Bodhard just needs to hang on if he wants to make this as present engineering 1-2. Lunacy right now on the back. Oh, it's Ribwan's on the dirt there at the exit of turn 3, leading to turn 4. Looks like Lunacy got a good exit, but he wasn't close enough though to attack Bodhard. Bodhard just needs to make that black Mercedes as wide as possible. Well, as wide as it's ever been too. Through the S section we go. And now up and over the crest and down towards the Seaside. Can Lunacy find a way by here? No, not quite. Not close enough there to attack. Alright, to the dash chicane. What's going to happen here? Can they get through? Yes, they do. No one makes a critical error there. Everyone gets through their one piece. Closing in on the final lap of the stage of this race. Can Lucy go for a move? He's looking. Doesn't commit. Doesn't get ahead of the Mercedes-Benz. As we're now on to the final lap of the race here at Seaside. Lap 17 of 17 here. Can that Subaru get by the Merc? There's Lane right behind. Lucy looking to the right-hand side. Can he get him around the outside? No, he can't. Boldon stays in front of him. Great defense there by the Mercedes-Benz, staying in front, but does Lane get by Lucy? Look like he got better momentum. Lucy gets in front of his teammate. Lane doesn't really fight that much there through the double right-handers. Oh, gee whiz. That could have been very much ended in tears there if Lucy made another mistake. There are blue flags being waved. That might be for Camara Kid, I think. Considering that he isn't lost. There he's coming down the right-hander of turn 11. Down the crest. Can Lunacy find a way by? There's Camara Kid. He better get out of the way of this battle. He has to get out of the way of this battle. Oh, dearie me, as Lunacy makes a mistake there. The car went sideways. Camara Kid needs to get out of the way, though. He can't interfere here on the final lap. He needs to get out of the way. There's blue flags being waved by the marshals. As you can see there, Bulldog gets a good run out of the death chicane. Yes, he does get in front. Camara Kid, though, staying ahead of the lead cars around the penultimate corner. Meanwhile, though, out in front, it's going to be Stingray that takes the flag. He wins the sprint race here at Seaside Dragon Trail. Can Bodon stay in front? Yes, he does. He gets second place. Lunacy third, and Lane Everingham in fourth. Another solid result for Max Speed, but it's a solid result for Breslin Engineering as they get a 1-2 finish, with Stingray winning the race, Bodon finishing in second. Ridwan finishes fifth, Jack in sixth. Not a bad result. A little bit of a good recovery. Prezzo finishes in seventh place. BK eighth place. Ninth will go to Kirby. 10th place to Dynamite. 11th to Jamo. Tim Anton 12th. Roscoe Arm 13th. Staff Turbo will finish in 14th. And Camara Kid rounds it all off in 15th place. I guess maybe Camara Kid didn't really necessarily need to get out of the way. He was a little bit further ahead of Bollard in fairness. I just know that whenever blue flags are indicated, obviously that lap car has to get out of the way, so you don't interfere with the leaders. Well, I don't think it interfered it too much. But there you go. There is the end of the sprint. And Stingray, well, he takes victory. Starting from, what did he start from? He started from 9th? Yeah, finishing in the lead with a race win. Well, finishing with a race win. And that is that. That concludes Seaside. Actually, we had probably a more dramatic race in the sprint than we did have in the feature race. Some good battling here and there as well. Yeah, I think that is that. So, that concludes Dragon Trail. And, yeah, I think that will conclude the stream as well. Until then, I have been K1997. Thank you very much for watching. And again, I apologize for the technical difficulties that I had earlier. Like I said, it's different for me streaming on this game because it seemed like some things are different compared to what was on GT Sport, for me at least. But we got through it, and yeah, we'll see you for the next round next week at the Red Bull Ring for another feature and sprint race in Austria. Take care, everybody, and good night.